Hi, everybody. We are living in the last few days of 2024. And as we enter 2025, we are very natural human beings who set up certain goals and dreams, and we aspire to achieve certain things when the new year begins. I'm sure we did it for the same thing in the beginning of this year. And some of you must have been disappointed that some of your dreams and your goals and the outcomes that you desired was not fulfilled or you've not been able to achieve it. Some perhaps would have been able to achieve it because you did certain things. My purpose of doing this video is to help us to come to a right balance as we enter into the new year, to have a realistic goal and how we want to achieve it. So I have used the framework called SMART goals, and I'll explain it to you shortly. What do I mean by SMART goals? Perhaps it's going to help you to define what you want in the coming year and how you want to achieve it, and to have a realistic view of what your goals should be. So let's begin. The framework is called SMART, S-M-A-R-T, SMART goals. So what do I mean by SMART goals? The first thing as you enter into the new year is your goal should be specific. Now you might want to have a goal about a financial goal, it could be a relationship goal, it could be a health goal. The most important thing is your goal must be specific and not vague. Let's say, for example, in this year I say that I want to become very rich, I want to earn lots of money. Now that is not a very specific goal, it's very vague. You want to earn lots of money, how much money, when do you want to earn that money? There's no specification. So if you want to be specific in this goal, you can say, by the end of this year, I would like to earn, my dream is to earn minimum 6 lakhs or 12 lakh or 1 crore or 10 lakhs, depending on what you want to achieve. So it is specific, it is focused, and it is sharp. The second word is M. You must develop a mindset to want to achieve that goal. You cannot just get up one day in the morning and say, oh, this is what I would like to do. That is, that's not a goal, that's fantasy. But when you have a specific goal in mind and you have a mindset, you're cultivating a mindset, a belief system, we are convinced of that this is what I want to achieve. And it's not a vague fairy tale. You must be able to develop that kind of a mindset. The third framework is the A, S-M-A. Your goal must be attainable, or your goal should be measurable. You should be able to measure your goal. You should have certain guidelines. You should have certain landmarks to know that you are close to achieving your goal. What do I mean by that? Nowadays when we drive in a car, we have the GPRS, and when we tell the GPRS I want to go from A point to B point, the GPRS will always give you directions. Okay, now you are 5 kilometers away from your destination. Now you have to take a right. Okay, you go straight and you take a left. It gives you an attainable way of how you are reaching your destination. We ask for a landmark. Similarly, in your goals, you should have an attainable goal, which means you should be able to define a landmark to know that yes, I am close to my goal. If you want to achieve, let's say, 6 lakhs in this year, that is your goal, then you have to say, okay, fine. If I want to achieve 6 lakhs, then every month I need to do 50,000 rupees. Let's say your relationship goal is that, I want to be a loving husband, or I want to be a faithful husband, or a loving father to my children. That is your goal. Then you have to break it down and say, okay, fine, what do I need to do? How do I know that I'm being a loving father? What are the parameters that I know? So you need to define whether your goal is attainable. Is it measurable? How will you measure your goal? The fourth framework, SMAR. You must have the resources that you need to achieve your goal. Resources, if you don't have the resources, then there's no point. You will not be able to achieve your goal. If you're in a business, you might say, I need some funds. That's my resources. I need some people who are going to help me. I need some skill sets to develop. I need some training to do. Do you have the sufficient resources to achieve your goal? Or do you need to enhance your resources, get some more resources to achieve your goal? That way you will not feel disappointed. And finally, the fifth framework, T. You have to be task oriented. You have to have a task management system. What is it that I need to do to attain my goal and then to reach my goal? You will not reach your goal if you don't do anything about it. If you're just sitting on your chair and sleeping on your bed and saying, oh, I dream of doing this, nothing is going to happen. You have to be task oriented. You have to have a very clear task management system. You have to have certain activities that you need to do in order to achieve your goal. So if you have a health goal and you want to say, I want to build a good body and a good muscle, you have to be task oriented. You have to go to the gym. You have to spend certain time at the gym. You need to say, I'm going to exercise for a certain amount of minutes or hours or days. So it has to be task oriented. Your goal has to have a task management system. When you have this in place and this in mind, you will be able to define your goal. You will not then have an unrealistic goal and be disappointed at the end of the year. So use this framework to help you define what your goal should be in 2025. I wish you well and I hope that you will achieve your goal as you start 2025. Wish you all the best.